Amelia Warner had to painfully admit in tears, Dakota Johnson took everything from me. Amelia Warner, a wife, a mother, an artist who once lived in warm love with Jamie Dornan. But since Dakota Johnson entered his life, everything gradually became different. And one day, Amelia could no longer deny it, she had lost him. Lost everything. In tears, she admitted what the whole world had whispered, that woman had taken everything away. Silence in the old house. The house in Notting Hill used to be filled with laughter. Now, it became eerily silent. Amelia stood in the living room, looking out at the back garden, where Jamie used to sit and play the guitar. Their little daughter used to run around. Mornings smelled of pastries, coffee, and soft piano music. Now, there was only wind and memories. She held Jamie's old coat in her hand. His scent was still there. But since when did that man no longer return in the true sense? There was a time when Jamie lied and said he was staying at the studio. Then he said he was meeting the director. Then he was silent, and Amelia began to understand, when silence speaks louder than words, love is dying. The rumors that are not rumors. The press was buzzing from the first days of 50 Shades of Grey release. Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan's names were everywhere. Chemistry, heartbreaking eyes, they have a secret, a series of headlines that cut into Amelia's heart. She smiled wryly at her friends' gatherings. That girl is just a co-star, they're just doing a good job. But what woman doesn't sense when her husband starts to change? An unwanted encounter. The London premiere. Amelia came to support Jamie. She was dressed up, wearing red lipstick, a reminder to the world that she was his wife. But when Dakota stepped onto the red carpet, the lights, the cheers, Jamie's gaze, everything fell apart. They took pictures together, standing so close they didn't need to touch to know whose heart was beating. After the event, Amelia walked backstage. Jamie was talking to Dakota. She saw their eyes, the same eyes he had once given her. Now, it had a new owner. Dakota left after seeing her. Just a look, polite enough, distant enough. But to Amelia, it was the look of someone who had taken something that didn't belong to her. Nights alone, Jamie went to film more often. The calls became short, sometimes just, "I'm tired, let's talk later." Amelia lay on the bed, next to the cold emptiness. She opened Instagram and saw a picture of Jamie and Dakota smiling together at an event in La. He had never looked at her like that in years. She picked up her phone, about to text, "Are you in love with someone else?" But then she deleted it. A tearful confession. One winter evening, when Jamie came home late, Amelia waited for him in the kitchen. The yellow light bathed her gaunt face. "Jamie," she said, "do you still love me?" Jamie didn't answer right away. He looked at her, his eyes full of guilt. "You deserve the truth," he said. Amelia nodded, tears welling up uncontrollably. "It was Dakota, right? I know, but I kept hoping. Hoping that the man I married wouldn't leave me for another woman, no matter how beautiful, sexy, famous she was. But I was wrong. I lost. She took everything from me." Jamie didn't deny it. She knew he still cared about her, but caring wasn't love. Alone with memory, Amelia moved out of the house. She rented a small apartment near her children's school. She started writing music again, sad, haunting songs, as if pouring all her pain into each note. Once, in an interview with a small newspaper about a new music project, the reporter asked, "Who is your song Silence After Love about?" Amelia was silent for a long time. Then, for the first time, she answered directly. "About the woman who came into my husband's life and took him away. even though I was still alive, still in love, still holding on. About Dakota Johnson, the last meeting. 2 years later, at an international awards ceremony, Amelia and Dakota accidentally met backstage. Dakota was talking to the director. When she saw Amelia, she stopped. The two women, one was holding, looked at each other. Amelia approached. Her voice was not shaking, her eyes were calm. I didn't come to blame. I just wanted to say one thing, Dakota. Dakota looked at her, silent. You can love him. You can give him things I couldn't, but don't think he left me because you're better than me. Sometimes men don't choose better people. They just choose people who make them feel new. Dakota said nothing. She understood. The woman in front of her had endured too much. Admit. A year later, in a documentary about the creative journeys of female artists, Amelia was interviewed again. The host asked, "What's the most painful thing you've ever experienced?" Amelia looked up. Her eyes were red, but her voice was strong. It was when I had to admit, through tears, that this woman, Dakota Johnson, had taken everything from me. She didn't mean to. Maybe the love between them was real. But that didn't make the pain any less. I had a family, a loving husband, a home. And I lost it all.